Szanowni Państwo, serdecznie witamy na...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the conference of the National Electoral Commission. We will give you the proclamation of the results of the elections to the European Parliament. Mr. Jaworski takes the floor. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased that we can present today the results of our work, which includes the organization and carrying out the European parliamentary elections. I'd like to first turn to all of the persons who showed quite a lot of impatience by calling us in order to accelerate our declaration of a result. I like to emphasize that it is not a very easy task because the Polish National Electoral Commission and other electoral bodies need to adhere to certain procedures that are provided for in the electoral law. The constituency and regional electoral commissions must receive the results from and the protocols from the district electoral commissions in order to collate the results. Based on these, the National Electoral Commission is authorized to compute the results and present this statement. The last document from constituency electoral commission has been only received 40 minutes ago, which needed to be admitted, and a decision had to be taken based on that. Now let me proceed to announce the most important statements of our decision. The full decision is 106 pages long and will be placed on our website and also published in the Journal of Laws. Declaration by the National Electoral Commission dated May the 26th, 2014 on the results of elections to the European Parliament conducted on May the 25th, 2014. Pursuant to Article 361 of the law of January the 5th, 2011, the Electoral Code, the National Electoral Commission hereby announces the results of the election to the European Parliament conducted on May the 25th, 2014. The summary of results of voting in Poland. The election was conducted by the National Electoral Committee. 13 constituency commissions consisting of 104 judges of various tiers, 39 regional commissions composed of 195 judges of various tiers of the administration jurisdiction, and 27,664 district commissions consisting of 209,196 electors. 51 deputies to the European Parliament out of 1,277 candidates were elected, registered on 130 lists registered by 12 electoral committees. The summary poll results. Based on the voting result protocols from all precincts, the National Electoral Committee declared the following results. The number of the electors was 30,636,537. The electoral packages were sent out to 6,169 electors. Second, the ballots were issued to 7,295,481 voters, including 1,858 ballots issued based on a proxy presented, whilst 50,704 voters voted based on a voting rights certificate. Third, the constituency commissions received 4,912 return mail. In 25 mail return mail envelopes didn't contain the certificate on the personal vote cast. 4 were not signed. 6 didn't include the envelope for voting, the ballot envelope, and 10 contained unsealed envelope. 4,594 envelopes were deposited in the ballot boxes. 7,298,064 ballots were removed from the boxes, including 4,583 envelopes. The number of invalid ballots was 574. The number of valid ballots was 7,297,490, which makes the turnout 23.82%. 9. The number of invalid votes was 228,005, which makes up 3.12% of the total votes cast. 10. The number of valid votes cast total of all lists of candidates was 7,069,485, which is 96.88% of the total votes cast. The summary results of voting on the list of candidates of the electoral committees. The following number of valid votes were cast on the electoral committee list. List number 1, registered by the electoral committee Solidarna Polska Zbigniew Ziobro, earned 281,079 votes, which is 3.98% of the valid votes nationwide. Second, the list number 2, registered by the electoral committee Ruch Narodowy, earned 98,626 votes, which is 1.40% of the valid votes cast. 3. For list number 3, registered by the electoral committee SLDUP, 667,319 votes were cast, which is 9.44% of the valid votes nationwide. For the list number 4, registered by the PIS election committee, 2,246,870 votes were cast, which is 31.78% of the valid votes nationwide. Number 5. On the list number 5, registered by the Coalition Electoral Committee Europa Plus Twój Ruch, earned 252,779 votes, which is 3.58% of the valid votes nationwide. Point 6. On the list number 6, registered by the Electoral Committee Polska Razem Jarosław Gowin, the total of 223,700 833 votes were cast, which is 3.16% of the total valid votes nationwide. Point 7, list number 7, registered by the Electoral Committee Nowa Prawica Janusz Korwin-Mikke, earned in total 505,586 ballots, which is 7.15% of the valid ballots. 8. The list number 8, registered by the Civic Platform, PO, Electoral Committee, received 2,271,215 votes, which is 32.13% of the total of valid ballots nationwide. Point 9, list number 9, registered by the Electoral Committee, PSL, earned 480,846 votes, which is 6.80% of valid votes nationwide. Point 10, list number 10, registered by the Electoral Committee Demokracja Bezpośrednia, scored 16,222 votes, which is 0.23% of valid votes nationwide. The list number 11, registered by the Samoobrona Electoral Committee, earned 2,729 votes, which is 0.04% of the valid ballots cast nationwide. And finally, list number 12, registered by the Electoral Committee Partia Zieloni, the Greens, scored 2,481 votes, which is 0.32% of all valid votes cast nationwide. I'll proceed to the general division of seats. The electoral committees that are eligible for this seat splitting. Pursuant to Article 335, the following electoral committees were eligible for the seat division, which received at least 5% of the valid votes nationwide. SLDUP, PIS, Nowa Prawica Janusz Korwin-Mikke, Electoral Committee Civic Platform, Platforma Obywatelska, Electoral Committee PSL. Of the electoral committees which are not eligible for seat distribution. The following committees have not qualified for the seat distribution, whose candidate list did not meet the condition pursuant to Article 235 of the Electoral Code. Solidarna Polska Zbigniew Ziobra, Ruch Narodowy, Coalition Electoral Committee Europa Plus Twój Ruch, Electoral Committee Polska Razem Jarosław Gowin, Electoral Committee Demokracja Bezpośrednia, Samoobrona Electoral Committee, Partia Zieloni Electoral Committee. And information on the sharing of seats, or distribution of seats amongst the election committees. Pursuant to Article 256, the National Electoral Committee conducted the seat distribution for or amongst the committees. SLDUP, list number 3 received 5 seats. PIS from the list number 4 received 19 seats. Nowa Prawica Electoral Committee of Janusz Korwin-Mikke, the list number 7 received 4 seats. The Civic Platform Electoral Committee, registered on list number 8, receives 19 seats, and the PSL Electoral Committee, registered on list number 9, receives 4 seats. Now I give the floor over to Judge Stanisław Zabłocki, who will present the list of the elected MEPs.
Paragrafu 3 artykułu 360 Kodeksu Wyborczego
Pursuant to Article 356, I will read out the names of the future MEPs, and only later will I read the first names, although it won't make a very good impression in Polish.
The results are as follows. The National Electoral Commission has stated that the following people were selected as MEPs. List number 3, registered by the Sojusz Lewicy Demokratycznej Unia Pracy Coalition Committee from constituency 12. Constituency 11.
Zgłoszony w okręgu wyborczym numer 13.
Constituency 13.
Rybacka Krystyna Maria, zgłoszona w okręgu wyborczym numer
Constituency 7.
Zemke Janusz,
Zgłoszony Constituency number 2.
Numer 2. Z list numer 4, które
List number 4, registered by Prawo i Sprawiedliwość Electoral Committee. Czarnecki Ryszard Henryk, Electoral Constituency number 7. Duda Andrzej Sebastian, Constituency number 10. Fotyga Anna Elżbieta, Constituency number 1. Gosiewska Beata Barbara, Constituency number 10. Grubarczyk Marek Józef, Constituency number 13. Jackiewicz Dawid Bogdan, Constituency number 12. Jurek Marek, Constituency number 4. Karski Karol Adam, Constituency number 3. Krasnodębski Zdzisław Marek, Constituency number 4. Kuźmiuk Zbigniew Krzysztof, Constituency number 5. Legutko Ryszard Antoni, Constituency number 10. Ożuk Stanisław, Constituency number 9. Piecha Bolesław Grzegorz, Constituency number 11. Piotrowski Mirosław Mariusz, Constituency number 8. Poręba Tomasz Piotr, Constituency number 9. Ujazdowski Kazimierz Michał, Constituency number 12. Wiśniewska Jadwiga Maria, Constituency number 11. Wojciechowski Janusz Czesław, Constituency number 6. Złotowski Kosma Tadeusz, Constituency number 2. List number 7, registered by Nowa Prawica Janusz Korwin-Mikke, Electoral Committee. Iwaszkiewicz Robert Jarosław, Constituency number 12. Korwin-Mikke Janusz Ryszard, Constituency number 11. Marusik Michał, Constituency number 4. Żółtek Stanisław Józef, Constituency number 10. List number 8, registered by Platforma Obywatelska RP, Electoral Committee. Boni Michał Jan, Constituency number 4. Buzek Jerzy Karol, Constituency number 11. Gräfin von Thun und Hohenstein, Róża Maria, Constituency number 10. Hübner Danuta Maria, Constituency number 4. Jazłowiecka Danuta, Constituency number 12. Kozłowska Rajewicz Agnieszka, Constituency number 7. Kudrycka Barbara, Constituency number 3. Lewandowski Janusz Antoni, Constituency number 1. Łukacijewska Elżbieta Katarzyna, constituency number 9. Olbrycht Jan Marian,
zgłoszony w okręgu
constituency number
wyborczym
11.
12.
Pitera Julia Teresa,
zgłoszona w okręgu
constituency
wyborczym
number
numer
5. Plura Marek Mirosław, constituency number 11. Rosati Dariusz Kajetan, constituency number 13. Sariusz Wolski Jacek Emil, constituency number 6. Scheinfeld Adam Stanisław, constituency number 7. Wałęsa Jarosław Leszek, constituency number 1. Wenta Bogdan Brunon, constituency number 10. Zdrojewski Bogdan Andrzej, constituency number 12. Zwiewka Tadeusz Antoni, constituency number 2. List number 9, registered by Polskie Stronnictwo Ludowe Electoral Committee. Grzyb Andrzej Marian, constituency number 7. Hetman Krzysztof Andrzej, constituency number 8. Kalinowski Jarosław, constituency number 5. Siekierski Czesław Adam, constituency number 10. Thank you very much. Right now I'd like to inform you, ladies and gentlemen, on what's going to happen next, what actions are to be taken by the National Electoral Commission and other state bodies. Pursuant to Article 361 of the Electoral Code, the National Electoral Commission will immediately publish the declaration of results of elections to the European Parliament. Secondly, pursuant to Article 362, paragraph 1, within 14 days since today, the National Electoral Commission will compile a report from the elections to the European Parliament and will forward it to the Supreme Court, the President of the Republic of Poland, and the Speaker of the Sejm. 3. Pursuant to Article 362, paragraph 1 of the Electoral Code, within 14 days, the National Electoral Commission will present the newly elected MEPs with confirmation. The date is 3rd of June 2014. 4. Pursuant to Article 244, paragraph 1 of the Electoral Code, the Supreme Court, within 90 days from the date of election, on the basis of the report of the National Electoral Commission and the opinion issued as a result of the consideration of any protests, in a sitting with the President of the National Electoral Commission and the Prosecutor General will determine the validity of the elections. 5. The financial plenipotentiaries of the electoral committees, within 3 months from the date of the publication of results, will present a financial report to the National Electoral Commission on the financial revenue and spending. On the basis of the Electoral Code, 16 MPs and 2 senators will have their mandates cancelled since they have been elected for the European Parliament. The elections make all of us, National Electoral Commission, want us to thank the people and institutions who put so much effort into these elections to the European Parliament. So on behalf of the National Electoral Commission and myself, I would like to express my appreciation to the following persons and judges from the constituency and regional electoral commissions for due diligence in the drafting of register, printing of ballot papers, training and supervising the work of district electoral commissions. Members of the district electoral commissions in Poland, abroad and on sea, ships and other people working for them for efficient handling of the voting, defining the result and drafting of protocols. The plenipotentiaries and IT technicians and all people who were involved and employed to handle the IT side of the elections. The head of the National Electoral Office, Wojciech Czapicki, the minister, and all his staff of the National Electoral Office for diligent, disciplined work on the preparation and execution of the vote. To local authorities and local authority officials for the handling of the work of district electoral commissions for the premises, representatives of the government administration, ministers involved in the elections, the Minister of Foreign Affairs in particular, for organizing 174 districts in 88 countries around the world, for appointing district electoral commissions and executing other activities related to handling the vote abroad. The police officers and municipal police officers for ensuring the security of electoral premises, polling stations and around them. To journalists and technical crews for the media, for objective reports on the work of electoral bodies and for reminding the voters about important activities related to the voting calendar and for instructing about how to vote. And ultimately, we'd also like to thank the company Golden Frame Media for organizing and running the electoral studio. We're now at your service, ready to take any questions. Thank you very much, Chairman. Let's now ask questions into the microphone that you will receive, ladies and gentlemen. Please present yourself and the media you come from.
TVN24, first question will be on the information on 100% victory in one of the precincts in Hoshno. The person on the first place on the list was one of the candidates who scored 500 candidates out of 500 available in this precinct. So can you comment on that, please? And the second question is about the PIS alternative vote counting, which involved voluntaries or members of the electoral committees capturing the number of votes in the precincts because the PIS stated that no state bodies are omniscient and should be monitored. Right, let me refer to the following. The Polish electoral bodies since 25 years have been very transparent. They conduct elections in a free and fair way. We have had nothing to conceal. All the voting protocols executed by our voting commissions are publicly available, so if PIS attempted to record those documents, it's up to them to do it. As far as the question number one is concerned, it's a new piece of information, or is the minister ready to take the floor? Because this has happened at a much lower level than we are competent for. But the minister is taking the floor now. All right, the protocol that showed such data was erroneous. It was withdrawn, and now the results are different. They are now fair and reliable. They have been recalculated in the same precinct. So this is not true. This result is not valid that all 500 votes were cast on one candidate. I can't remember, says the speaker, but you will definitely find this protocol on our website in order to establish the correct number of votes cast. Any further questions, please? Talk FM Radio. How was it possible that such an error could have happened with respect to the protocol? And how about the share of votes from abroad? How many people abroad really voted? Okay, the details on the number of voters abroad are available on our website. Unfortunately, please bear with us, we did not prepare ourselves with respect to that, because the conference is devoted to announcement of the overall result. And as far as the second part of the question is that the technicians enter the test data into the protocol, the error has been corrected, rectified, so in our opinion there is no problem. Any further questions, please? RMF, the judge commented on that procrastination. Could you explain, please, that break between 2 a.m. and now? Why was this counting taking such a long time? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a misunderstanding. Let me remind you that back in 2009, the first preliminary tentative results from 29% of the precincts were given at 2 a.m. This year, we have quoted full 30%. And by the way, we have 2,000 extra precincts that came during this election. So the sheer volume of work was much bigger. That results also from the package or packet nature of the system. So not individual lists are entered in the system, but rather than that, they are collated into packets before they enter the system. So this is why we were able to follow up with the 60% of the precincts only an hour later. Another question, PAP. I'd like to hark back to what the President stated earlier on. You mentioned the attempt to accelerate. Where did those voices originate? Well, people didn't introduce themselves by phone. They demanded that the election results be announced immediately, although we were patient, quite patient in our announcing in our explaining the procedure of the vote counting, because the effort associated with it is tremendous. These people, however, didn't show any understanding of that problem. And we're talking about a very serious issue, because based on those documents, the Supreme Court will determine the validity of the vote. Another question, please. Unless there are further questions, we thank you very much for those 2 very laborious days. And we also thank the National Electoral Commission for this announcement. Thank you. And see you next time at the next election, which is this autumn. Thank you.